Hi, today I want to talk about how to despook a reactive horse. I'm going to demonstrate with Gemini here. She is one of my brood mares that I got when she was an 8-year-old. She had a misfortunate life, and so when I got her, she was very fight or flight mode, and it took a while for us to get her to switch over into the thinking mode. But anytime you bring anything new in the barn or do something new with her, she definitely goes into fight or flight mode instead of the thinking mode. So I'm going to demonstrate with you with a plastic bag, because those are the most scariest things in the world for horses, and show you kind of how to go about a horse that's a little bit more sensitive or reactive or tend to go into fight or flight mode. So I'm going to start on the side that we lead from first. And what I typically like to do is I like to start out with my object down low, because this is the least threatening and scary area. Horses have better peripheral vision, so I never take my object straight to their face. I always start out at the shoulder first, because it's the safest place for me. If you take an object that they're not used to and they're in a fight or flight mode and you take it to their face, they'll strike out in the front end. If you take it to the hip, they'll kick. So to avoid those really bad behaviors, I typically like to keep my objects low and go straight to the shoulder. So I'll take it, go up to the shoulder, bring it back down. Go up to the shoulder, bring it back down. She's standing there, so I don't need to keep the object in her face or on her. I'm teaching her that she stands there, I remove the object. She stands there, I remove the object. Okay, so then I'll go to her hip. Bring her up here. Take it to her hip, bring it down. Take it to her hip, bring it down. Okay, so this is her good side. Her other side is not so good. So again, start down on the ground. My main goal is not to scare the crap out of these horses, but to give them confidence that a bag is not going to kill them. Bring it up to the shoulder, bring it back down. Bring it up to the shoulder, bring it back down. Since my body language is telling her it is not that big of a deal, she's going to follow my lead, because I've already established that bond with her. Up to the shoulder, bring it back down. Up to the hip, bring it back down. Hip, bring it back down. Now this is a horse that typically will bolt or run from scary objects. She's not one that likes to face her fears. So up and over the head, bring it down. Up and over the head, bring it down. Up and over the head, bring it down. Okay? The other thing I like to do is just kind of just hover it over their back, bring it down. Hover, bring it down. Now once they've passed all those phases, then I kind of bring it up mid-level and shake it a little bit more. Keep it out here. Don't shake it right at them. Keep it out here. Once they're okay with it here, you can bring it up and remove. Bring it up and remove. Bring it up and remove. And I do that both sides. Up, remove. Up, remove. Now if she was to start moving or bolting or bucking or kicking or biting or any of those things that are considered dangerous behavior, I stay with them. And I will stay at their shoulder, keep the object on them, and as soon as they stop, I remove the object. That is the most important thing. That is the takeaway thing that I can tell you to do with your horses, is that if you have one that is very reactive, you have to give them that release and teach them that as soon as they stop or face the object, you remove it. So for her, this is great. I haven't done this sacking out thing for her for probably 1.5 years now. And she typically is my reactive horse, so I'm surprised I didn't get a reaction out of her. But I start out slow, and it's the same thing every time. If I bring in a new object or a scary object, I don't immediately attack my horse with it. I let him get used to it, let him know what my expectations are, then I bring it to him. And that is how you can avoid freaking your horse out, and that is how you can give your horse confidence that they can successfully be despooked without having the major drama and the trauma to them. So that's all I have to say for today, and that's your tip of the week.